Just woke up a little wild. I got back late last night.
Congrats over the weekend. What a fight. What an absolute great fight. Because, I mean, that Diego Sanchez is tough as an old leather boot, man. If you can squeak out a victory against him, that means something to me. But if you can finish Diego Sanchez, you could put that guy down to where the referee pulls you off, man. Not many men have ever done that. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was, it worked out. It was like the best case scenario. You know, you don't get into that war, you don't get into the deep waters with them, and just get out of there quick and easy. It was like couldn't have been planned more perfect.
Yeah, I fully agree. So what happened with the bonus? And I know you never know, but I read a piece on that. It went to Perry. Perry had a great win. I got no problem with that. But I did think it was a bit of a slide in this regard. I mean this as a compliment. I don't mean this as too much of a criticism. But I did think it was a slide, not only to you, but I thought it was a slide to Diego. It's like, hey, guys, do you understand how hard it is to put Diego Sanchez down, let alone out? Did you get any backstory there? Were you number two? Was it a close toss-up? Is there any story on the bonus?
No one said a word to me. There was no everyone was kind of avoiding me backstage because I think they didn't want me to find out back there. And then when I left the arena, I looked on Twitter and I found out. But they told me in the past that I wasn't eligible to win bonuses and for 3 fights, so this would have been like the first fight. And I didn't know if that was still, in play. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but no one told me it was, no one told me it wasn't.
Hey, listen, I read an article yesterday, and you had made that statement. I don't know what that means. What do you mean you're not eligible? What does that mean? You missed weights somewhere? You cursed on a microphone?
No.
What happened?
Yeah, imagine I did something like that. What did they do? It's three. I get a 3-strike rule. Who's the WEC guy? The guy Reed Harris.
Yeah, Reed Harris.
So he called me and he was like, so I had a fight coming up and I called one of the guys and we were supposed to go out for the athlete summit, and I was like, you know what, I have a fight in 5 weeks and I was sick. I don't really want to be going to Vegas, time difference, all this nonsense. I just want to kind of relax at home and train and get ready for this fight. And then, so they were like, oh yeah, no big deal. We do them every 6 months. So you just, no big deal. You come to the next one. It was the guy Kimball, Jimmy Kimball. So then I posted a picture of me. I trained, I worked out, and then I went to the beach. I live 5 minutes from the beach. It's in my backyard. It's not like I made a day out of it. I was like caught, and I shouldn't have to explain myself anyway. I posted a picture of me at the beach, working out, doing a little swim to recover. And I got a call from James Kimball, like he was the principal. And he was like, "I thought you were sick." I was like, "Listen, dude, I'm not freaking explaining myself to you. All right, get the fuck. This is not, So he wasn't happy. So he went to Reed Harris, and I got a call from Reed Harris, and he was like, "Well, this is the 3rd strike. Now you got 3 strikes, and you're not eligible to win bonuses." So the first strike was cursing on TV when I cursed at the crowd. The second strike, what was the second strike? Oh, wrecking a hotel room.
I was going to say, did destroying a hotel room make the list?
Yeah, that was on the list. And then he was like, yeah, well, that really bothered me because I got woken up by somebody at 6 o'clock in the morning telling me about it and asking about, I was like, dude, I haven't gotten a good night's sleep. My neck is freaking twisted in half. You got woken up early. Sorry, bro. All right. And it was that whole thing was blown out of proportion anyway. And then so the 3rd strike was not that. So he said no bonuses. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he has the power to do that. I don't know how these things work. I don't know what the deal is. But I didn't get a bonus, so they definitely have something against me.
I love it.
No, the elbow was good, but every fight, it's like guys are getting money that aren't as good as me, aren't performing like me. Automotive got money, but I don't know. I didn't even watch the fight, but I mean, is it that good? Does he deserve more? I don't know. I fought. The amount of people I've knocked out, the last 4 out of 5 guys. The last, I beat might as well, say what you want to say. I fucking won. Look at Sherdog. It has a W next to my name, and where is it? So I don't care. It's whatever.
It's one of those things. Well, I care for you. I care for you, man. I want you to get treated right around there. But hey, I just telling you, I just love the whole thing you're bringing, man. I love the allure of it. So they had the fight over the weekend. There were some great fights. Cub Swanson looked fantastic. I'll give it to Perry. Perry looked fantastic. Nobody has been talked about more post-fight than you. Your performance, you coming back. The headlines that you made have trumped everybody else. That's true. That's not me being nice to you. That's just the way it happened. So, I mean, there's obviously people, it's not just Joel and I sitting over here, that are glad Iaquinta's back.
No, it's good. I've felt a lot of support, and I haven't heard a word from anybody over there. I talked to the guy from Reebok yesterday. He was the first person to reach out to me. That was cool. So we had a good conversation, kind of. But, I don't know. It's,
so we're
kind of just like, what are you going to say? What was it? Go ahead.
Al, where do you go from here? I know Kevin Lee's been after you for a little bit. I even saw some stuff on Twitter. I mean, I'm throwing him in the mix, but there's plenty of names. Where do you go from here? How quick do you want to get back in? That's the other thing. I mean, how'd your body feel? You've been out a while. How's your body feel? You all right?
I feel good, man. I went into this fight healthier than I've ever been. I went to a sports science lab in Staten Island. I've been going like 3 days a week leading up to this fight. And those guys over there take care of me like no one's ever taken care of me. They have, physical therapy. They do brain training, strength and conditioning, vision. They work on my vision. They work on just like everything I need. I got when I go there. So I went into this fight healthier than I've ever been, and I'm ready to go again. But I don't know. It's not like that was best case scenario. I'd see like a tougher fight, and it's not worth it. So I don't know. I don't know where we're at.
Did you surprise yourself in some ways? Were you a little apprehensive before you had to leave the locker room and go out there? It's been a while. I mean, the months have flown by. It's been a while. Diego Sanchez is not an easy night out. Did you surprise yourself that you could get in and get out of there so quickly? Diego's a legend. I mean, come on. He's the first ever Ultimate Fighter. Did that kind of surprise you?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. It really didn't. It did, but it didn't. It was like I knew I was just looking forward to it so much. I was warming up, moving around. Everything felt good. It was just I was bad. I felt, like that was. I felt like it all came together. It was 2 years of bullshit and fucking just not good times. And I was just like, no matter what happens, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to have fun and just enjoy everything. And that's what happened, man. It was just, it wasn't really, it surprised me. Honestly, it was more surprising than I even got ready that I even made it back. I was more surprised that I was fighting again than I actually won the fight. It was, I've been through a lot in the last 2 years, so it was just a matter of getting there, getting to the fight, and then whatever happened, just roll the dice, have fun.
Now, Al, you mentioned, I remember a piece on you when you were coming up and wrecking people, and you have always struck me as a fighter that, your attitude is that's the guy that goes into the gym and just fights. But I remember seeing a piece on you and your dad doing this speed training on some kind of light board. Do you still do that with your old man? Yeah,
we've... Well, that's actually how I met these guys out in Staten Island. My father's in the process of opening a sports vision training facility on Long Island. Training your eyes is something that I think is overlooked. These guys these pilots and stuff that they fail their eye tests. They do exercises to improve their vision, and then they come back and they pass these tests. So it's something that you can work on. Seeing a punch or kick coming from your peripheral vision, being able to pick it up, even if it does hit you it's the ones that you don't see that those are the ones that put you down. So being able to pick these things up at a corner, just a millisecond, split second before it hits you, is big. And so he's opening up a place, and they have this machine out in Staten Island that we use, that he was interested in seeing. So we went out there, and we met Dr. Piazza, and he was just like a motivating guy. He's like, you talk to this guy for 10 minutes, and you feel like you're motivated. He's one of those people that just has good energy. And he was like, listen, man, we can do a lot for you here. If you want to come down, just in. He said for free. He was offering food. He gave me food. He gave me food every day. I went there. I'd eat healthy. He gave me the most healthy. And, his whole team was behind me. I can't thank those guys enough. So I've been doing the division training with them. And now my father's opening up a place down here. There's kids in sports, baseball, basketball, everything. Their parents are willing to pay good money. So I think it's a good little business idea. But I've been doing division training for like 5 years now, and I'm freaking quick as a cat, man.
Hey Al, where is it morale wise when you're in a division, you got Conor, the biggest draw in the organization right now, and he's on a bit of a hiatus. I know he publicly said, hey, I'm going to sit this out until fatherhood comes. We didn't quite get a deadline on when that was. Then there's talk of the Mayweather fight. It's going to kick the can down the road. The speculation is all the way to September, which wouldn't put him back in an MMA ring likely in 2017. If he even comes, then you're hearing speculation that he won't even come back. So all I'm saying is, with all the stuff going on, the title's just held up. That's my point. What does that do for morale? Does that piss you off, or does that you just go, "Wait, it's kind of the way it is," or what's that like?
What is that like? I haven't even thought about it. The title's not something. I mean, like, I don't know. That was not. As a lightweight fighter, you'd like to see someone have the title and be active, but that wasn't even on my radar. I have, just fighting Diego, just being able to fight. Like, there was so many times where I didn't think I was even fighting again. So that's why now I don't even really it's all gravy after this, for me. So I don't. If I, win a couple fights, basically it's like, I don't know. I'm just not going to do this for what the contract is, It's crazy.
Hey, so you had made that comment the last time you were on the show, which has been a meaningful period of time ago. It might have even been the end of last year, the way time's flown by. And you said, I'm not happy with the contract, and all of a sudden you were back. And so I just made the assumption with the evidence I had that you'd worked out a new deal. But it sounds like, is that not what happened? Or are you still just trying to fulfill the old contract?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it. I don't know. It's like my contract now. I'll decide when I want to fight. I fought in Nashville because I wanted to go to Nashville. Things were kind of dying down. I had to do something. I can't. I'm just going to sit on the con. I had to fight. You got to fight. So I made it. They offered me the right fight. They offered me the right place. They offered me the right time. So I said, I kind of feel like fighting, so I will. And honestly, right up until the last day, I didn't even, if I wanted to not fight, I was just not going to get on the plane. I was just going to sit at home and hang out and sell a house or two, that's it. But I kind of got the itch to fight, and I was like, make a little bit of money, beat someone up.
All right.
So I do, at least, or whatever.
All right, Al, let me see if I can. This is a question I've wanted to ask you for a while, and I hope I can articulate it right. But in the olden day of professional wrestling, the good guys only took on the bad guys. You never saw two heels go against each other. You would qualify as a heel, my friend. Nate Diaz would qualify as a heel. Would two heels fight one another? Would a fight with you and Nate Diaz, would that be something you'd be interested in? Or would it almost be like you guys understand each other too well and you like Nate? Would you rather fight a guy that's going to come out saying Bible verses like Diego?
I want to fight whoever is the easiest guy for the most amount of money right now.
I get it, man. I get it.
That's what I want to fight. I want to fight the easiest guy who's going to just get me through this thing. And then, that's the next fight.
Now, Al,
hopefully be a Nassau Coliseum,
Isn't this an easier fix? Because what I'm hearing from you, brother, is you don't hate fighting, you hate your contract. Well, Matt Serra and Dana are boys. Why don't Matt get the three of you in a room together and figure this thing out?
That's a great point, Joel. Yeah, what's the deal with that? You got your own coach is on the inside.
No, I know. I don't really, I don't really go out of my way to ask for anything. He's done enough for me. He's done. Trust me. It's I'm not gonna drag him into this. He's my coach. He's got a good thing going. If I was him, I'd be doing the same exact thing. So I'm not asking him to do anything. And he would if I did. It's just not even. I don't even want to mess with a good thing.
All right, cool. Well, let me repackage what Joel said then. Let me ask the exact same question, but let's take the Matt part out of it. Joel makes a very fair point that it does sound as though you aren't unhappy with the sport, you're unhappy with your contract. Is he right about that? I mean, would you just as soon fight every 3 months if you had the right deal?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm not happy about. I'm not happy about anything. I'm not happy. It's just these guys are making so much money, and I'm like not. I'm doing all the work, and they're making the money. So what do we? I don't feel like doing it. Like me, I have to fly out. I had to fly out. You got to fly out. Get a hotel room for my trainers. You had to fly out. They only fly out one, and they only give you one hotel room. But usually you got to get 1 or 2 rooms. You got to get 2 flights. What is, how is, and, put me in freaking first class, and not even saying me put for, just, I don't know. It'd be nice to be treated like a professional rather than just like, I don't know.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I hear what you're saying. We have all the
expenses. We have to pay for the medicals. We have to do everything. I have to set up my medicals. It's like, what do you do over there? Like, there's a medical person for the UFC. I was like, all right, set my appointments up.